Hello, Cousin Johnny here. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the Buzzin' with Cousins show. We thank you. Thank you, that garlic stuff. If you like garlic, you're going to love it. Put it on just about anything. That garlic stuff. Tuesday, Alvarado Farmers Market, or go to thatgarlicstuff.com. Thank you. Thank you, I Heart You Candles and Gifts. 222 17th Street, Pacific Grove. Beautiful hand-poured candles made with love. Go see Sherry at 222 17th Street in Pacific Grove. I Heart You Candles and Gifts. Thank you. Thank you, Max Fit Meals, 520 Fremont Street. Grab and go healthy meals. They're delish. On your way from home from work, go grab some, heat them up, and fantastic. Thank you, Suds Cyber Laundry, 709 Lighthouse, Pacific Grove. Great modern machines, big screen TV, coffee, and a great friendly staff. Thank you, Suds. Thank you, the Whiskey Club, 425 Alvarado Street. Over 600 whiskeys to choose from. Go on in, relax, enjoy a nice whiskey. They also have a bottle shop. It's great. Great place to relax and enjoy. Tell them a cousin sent you. Thank you. Bye. Thank you, storyteller, author, and all-around good guy, Tony Albano. Tony has written 3 books, the latest being Cherish, about a New York teenager and a nun find love. Thank you, Tony. And if you want to order the book or find out more about Tony, go to Tony, Tony, Albano, Albano, storyteller.com. Check it out. Thank you. Thank you, sponsors, for the Buzzin' with Cousins show. We thank you. Hello, how's everybody doing out there? Cousin Johnny here, bringing you another show. I got a great guest. I can't wait to introduce him to you. He's a musician. He's a producer. He's a sound engineer, a songwriter. He sings. And he's the newest member of that high energy fun group, the Transducers. Please welcome Jesse DeCarlo. Jesse, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming on today, and we wanted to get you on, and we want to congratulate you for being on the Transducers.
Oh, thanks. Really happy. Very flattered.
That's a great band. So Jesse, are you from Monterey, or where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Monterey.
Oh man, that's great. So you went to high school here and all that?
Yeah, I went to Monterey High. I went to MPC, and then I transferred to UC Davis for college, but then I came back.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay. Now, did you spend, when you left, you went for college, or did you do any touring or anything?
Well, I have done some touring, but it wasn't until after I came back.
Okay.
I mean, it was sort of an indirect path that I took to the musical career that I have now. I actually studied geology in college.
Perfect.
You know, I told that to my old guitar teacher, and he said, "Oh, what happened? Did you tell your counselor that you were into rock?" And they were like, "Great, study geology."
Let me write that down. Rock and roll, and then that's how it ended up. So that's great. So you've got every aspect of the music, pretty much industry. Like you produce, you're a sound man, you sing.
Well,
all right, songs. I mean, you've got every aspect of that. So that's
it doesn't
great.
It doesn't feel that way. And I should mention, I'm not really much of a singer. I mean, I can do a little bit of background vocals, and I can sing a little bit, but that's not what people hire me for.
No, yeah. Great.
But yeah, I try to, I've diversified. I play guitar and bass, so a couple different instruments there. And then I do work as a recording engineer and producer. I don't really do live sound anymore. People have seen me out and about doing live sound for shows. And I for a while was doing a fair bit of that, but not everybody can do everything. And I just decided to scale that back so I could focus on the other things, which is playing music and recording and producing in the studio. That's what I'm into.
Great. And have fun too. Yeah. So you've had your own band, or you're a trio, or
I play with a lot of different folks. Lately I've been playing with a trio that's kind of like an instrumental jazz funk situation. That was like last Friday I played at what do you call it? PG Meeting House with them.
Yeah, what a great acquisition or place that is, offering a venue for all those great musicians in this beautiful Monterey Peninsula.
Yeah, shout out to Scott, who's running that place now. It's such a refreshing treat to meet a venue owner who's just a pure music fan. Like that's not secondary to his business. He's just really into it.
He's into it, and it's great. He brings music in almost 4 or 5 days a week, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so when did you tour with Danny Page?
We did a little bit, yeah. We played up and down the West Coast, made a couple of runs, got as far north as Portland, up in Oregon. Did several shows in Oregon on a couple different occasions, and a few in Southern California, and in between. It was a lot of fun.
So not good. Great music.
Oh, thanks.
When I did some research on you, I know I found out that like during the pandemic, when everything was haywire, you came up with a YouTube channel for musicians. Can you elaborate on that?
Sure. Yeah, it was a thing called Live from Monterey, and that was really fun. While I was doing it, I tried to basically the premise was just live performances by great musicians, but done with studio quality sound if I could manage it, and then just presented to the world through YouTube and other social media platforms. And man, it was great, and we had a really good response at the beginning. And the thing is that as the world opened back up and I started doing more gigs, I just didn't really have time to continue it. And part of the reason is that I have a home studio, which is where I am now. You can see I have all these guitars and stuff. And I do most of my work here, but it's not that big of a space. And so in order to record a whole band for that Live for Monterey thing, I would have to go to another location and bring just a whole carload full of gear.
Yeah.
And it was just really time consuming. And then eventually I didn't have time to do it anymore, which is sad. But I do want to give a shout out to Kevin Proctor at Here and Now Studios, because they're doing a real similar thing to that right now. I think it's called Live at Lighthouse. And I mean, they've been doing that kind of thing since the same time I was doing it, and they do a great job. And they have a really good kind of purpose-built space so that it isn't the onerous setup that I was facing. And I just really, really like Kevin and all those people that work for him.
That was during now that everything opened up and all that, but at that time, that was really great to showcase those bands and guys like us, that we got an opportunity to see those bands. Who did you? Can you name a couple of the bands that you worked with at that time, or?
Sure, yeah. There was the inaugural one. The first one I released was Taylor Ray, who's a really wonderful artist, singer-songwriter from Santa Cruz originally. She lives in Austin now. And we did a cover of Angel from Montgomery, which is a beautiful song, of course. And I'm a big fan of the way she sang it. And then some others that followed that. A guy named James Lee Murray, also from Santa Cruz, really great singer and songwriter. Band called Mokiliwa. I ended up doing a couple other things with Taylor Ray. I'm trying to remember. I'd have to look at the list. A guy named Fergus Shipman, Elena Music. A lot of people know her. I think I did one for Johann Sotelo. Some of it wasn't stuff that I set up specifically. A lot of it was, but some of it was actually some stuff that was recorded live at Folktale back when they were doing shows in the Barrel Room.
Oh, yeah, that was really a great venue, or it still is.
Yeah, did you see some of those shows in the Barrel Room?
One, yeah.
Which one?
I can't remember. Um, it'll come to me, but I can't remember. But it was great. Didn't Kyle Kovalik play there? Or?
Yeah, I mean, he plays all the time at Folktale in the Wine Garden. Yeah. I'm not remembering. He may have played in the Barrel Room too, back when we were doing those shows, but I'm not remembering.
Yeah. Okay, great.
But that reminds me, Kyle and Richard, they were one of the Live from Monterey videos.
Yeah, now you're talking. Yeah, those really, that's excellent. Yeah.
Yeah, Two Rivers is the name of their act. They're both dear friends of mine and amazing, talented musicians, and they did a really beautiful song just as a duo for that series.
Now the Transducers, how did that happen? You guys got together one day, or you were?
Yeah, I think it's a funny thing to me that because I wear a few different hats, like we were already talking about. Some people only know me as one thing or another, and I think that everybody in the Transducers only knew me as a bass player because they'd come to see me play with the band 5 Star, which again has Kyle and Richard in it.
Oh yeah, nice.
I've been playing bass with that band for a long time. I play bass with Al James, and so I think they'll correct me if this is not exactly right, but I've been friends with the Transducers for a while, and I think what happened is that Lisa, the drummer, saw me play with Cindy Alexander, and I think I was playing bass on that gig, but I think I played guitar on one song, and I think that prompted her to ask me, like, do you play guitar also? And so then they asked me to come and practice with them and sit in on a couple of gigs, and so I started just doing most of their gigs. Some point late last year, maybe it was the summer. I can't even remember when we started, but it was sometime in the second half of last year. And it seemed like a really good fit to me because I think, the sort of musical, the collective musical taste of that band is real similar to my own. They had a lot of songs on their list of covers that are some of my favorites, and then the songs that they had written, I just really loved. And so, I was hoping that they would eventually ask me to be more than a sub because I was having such a good time. And so
you're a full-blown Transducer now.
Yeah.
Great. All right. So you played at the great venue of Wave Street Studios, I think it was a couple of weeks ago with Al James.
Yeah. Al and I have been playing together for about 10 years, and we do a lot of gigs as a duo. Him, he plays acoustic guitar and sings, and I play bass. And then we also sometimes play as a trio with a drummer or a 4-piece with an electric guitar player. So on that gig, we were playing as a duo, and we were opening for Brad Wilson's band. And it was great. I've known of Wave Street forever since it opened, and always hoped that they would do more stuff with that beautiful space. And now they've been doing lots of great shows, and it was definitely a pleasure to play there.
That was a sold-out show, and let's give a plug to the Wave Street Studio. What a beautiful venue on Cannery Road. I mean, they got anything from a wedding reception to an exhibition, an exhibit, to a meeting, to a rock and roll and music, and so they're really versatile. And they record also there too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think part of the deal with those shows is they do multi-track audio recording and then lots of camera angles. So their videos of the shows that I've seen that they've released look great, sound great.
That's really great. And you guys, so now we got the Transducers are going to be playing there.
Yes, yeah, that's kind of that brings us to the one of the main things we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
On March 7th, we have a show there, and it's going to be great. I'm so excited to get back there with this wonderful band.
It's going to be great. And there's a special guest that's going to play before. What is it? Andrea Castellano. Is that, I got that right?
Adria. It's Adrea. Yeah.
And
yeah.
You might play with her, you're saying.
Yeah. So Adria is great. I've actually known her for quite a while. I'm trying to remember what year we probably met. It was probably 2018 or 2019. And we've been playing together, fairly regularly since then. She moved to Nashville several years ago. So, so she's far away, but she actually comes to Monterey quite a bit to do gigs. And I don't think a year has gone by since we've known each other that we haven't done at least a couple of gigs together. And she's just, I believe, in the process of finishing up an album of her wonderful original songs. And so, we'll be playing probably almost all original music by her when she opens the show at Wave Street. And we've talked briefly about me playing with her. And so I think that's the plan. It would just be the two of us. But yeah, I mean, I feel like a very lucky guy to get to play with both acts for one show.
Wow. A lucky man. So I encourage everybody to go out and check out this beautiful music at the Wave Street Studios. A lot of people, they like to go to somewhere down on Cannery Row and get an appetizer, have a couple drinks, and then get to the event 6:45 and get ready, get a seat and get ready. So that sounds good. So March 7th, 7:00 at Wave Street Studios. Everybody be there. And what I want to do is I want to play a little clip of you playing with the Transducers before I let you go.
All right, cool.
So here we go.
Well, I held to my lips now, baby, and the tears on my face. Yeah. I would rather go the line, and I see you walk away now, child. So you see, I love you so much that I don't wanna watch you leave me. For someone I just don't wanna be. Don't let me free.
Beautiful. That was really great. I love your guitar work. So,
thanks, Ben.
When did you pick up the guitar? Were you in high school or?
think I was 13. I think I was still in middle school, something like that. But yeah, it was a long time ago. I'm 48 now, so.
Did you play bass first, or?
No, actually guitar. I didn't start playing bass in a serious way until, I don't know, 15 years ago maybe. And it's a funny thing because that's what I was saying earlier, that that a lot of people just know me as a bass player. That always trips me out because I've been playing guitar for much longer, but I end up doing more gigs on bass just because.
Yeah, you're doing the gigs on the bass. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody needs a bass player. There's a lot of folks playing guitar, a lot of great guitar players, a lot of great bass players too, but it's just one of those things where there's a little bit more demand in my experience.
Okay, sounds good. So we thank you for coming on, Jesse, and Buzzing with Cousin today. And we want everybody to know that March 7th, 7 o'clock, Way Street Studios, the Transducers will be playing. So looking forward for everybody to be down there and checking it out.
Buy your tickets now.
Gentlemen, the Transducers. Okay, Jesse, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll see you at the show. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Jesse and Cousin Johnny out.